So you patriots, you sons and daughters of liberty, my fellow citizens, welcome. I am so glad you're here. Of all the weekends of the year when we need to be together, in the aftermath of three of the most calamitous, disastrous, ill-advised, broken down opinions of the United States Supreme Court, this is the weekend when we need to rub shoulders and draw energy and strength and vitality from each other. What's that? No, this is not the Supreme Court Appreciation Party. That's in a different room. And it is also not the, somebody wanted to know if this is where they went to have their picture taken with Bernie Sanders, and that'll be at another time and date. My dear friends, I'm Bill Armstrong, president of Colorado Christian University. Thank you. And on behalf of the trustees and faculty and staff and students of CCU, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the Western Conservative Summit. We're not here tonight because we want to praise the Supreme Court. We're not here tonight because we think America would be better if we had more government-sponsored health care, Obamacare. We're not here because we think America would be greater if taxes went up instead of down. We're here for the opposite reasons, because we care about freedom. Freedom for our families, for our businesses, for our communities, for our states. Freedom for America, and supremely, freedom for the future. We're here because we still believe that all men are created equal and endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, and that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men and derive their just powers from the consent of the government. Well, I don't know about you, but I didn't consent. I do not consent. I'm here in part to object, and personally, I'm looking for a place where I can sign up to be part of the plot to peacefully overthrow the government. It's about time. So when the moment comes, to quote somebody, let's saddle up and ride to the sound of gunfire. And we're here supremely because we still believe that America is one nation, indivisible, under God. So in that spirit, I invite you, as this Western Conservative Summit begins, to join me in renewing our commitment to the things that made America great in the first place, and that despite all of our troubles, all of our problems, all of the setbacks, especially in the federal judiciary and elsewhere, this is still the greatest, most blessed, most opportune country in the world. There's nothing like it, never has been anything like it, and by the grace of God, it's going to be greater next year and the year after and the year after that, and in the generations yet to come. We are a nation richly blessed by God. And so welcome. The Conservative Summit is underway. It's going to be a great weekend. We have marvelous speakers, and I hope we'll have plenty of time just to have sidebar conversations. I find at these sessions, in the previous summit conferences, that's been more fun than anything, just talking to people, some old friends and making some new friends. It's going to be great. Now I'm going to introduce the organizer and orchestrator and moderator of the Western Conservative Summit, John Andrews. But I know that some of you might be wondering, what does John Andrews do the other 363 days of the year? He doesn't spend his whole time doing this. In fact, I'd like you to know that he is also the editor of a wonderful publication called the Centennial Review. If you aren't getting Centennial Review, a compendium of important articles and thoughts about what's going on in the world today, you ought to read it. It's a wonderful publication. It's free. Send an email to jandrews@ccu.edu, and he'll put you on the mailing list. John and his staff also organize many conferences during the year, on campus mostly, but some off campus as well. Various kinds of lectures, debates, forums, wonderful things, including a series of presentations during the academic year called Issue Mondays. I hope you will come. John and his staff have got their fingers in a lot of different things. This summit, the Western Conservative Summit, is the keystone, marquee event, but there's things happening every day. There's an energy and a vitality. I happen to know this because my office is right across the hall, and there's just things happening. The voltage is very high on their corridor. So please, if you're not already taking part in these things, please join us in doing so. Now, many of you know that John is a former speechwriter at the White House. No, not this White House. It was another White House. He is a newspaper columnist, a radio commentator, former president of the Colorado State Senate, and for the last 7 years, the director of the Centennial Institute. He is brilliant, talented, gifted, a great man of God, and a wonderful friend. Ladies and gentlemen, the moderator and leader of the Western Conservative Summit, the Honorable John Andrews. John.